During the process of photosynthesis, sunlight is captured by the leaves, and these leaves, in the presence of chlorophyll, plants take carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil to make their food, and that food is prepared in the form of glucose. Later on, this glucose is converted into starch, and that starch is stored in the plants. Okay, now this activity. Now what is given in this activity? Here it is proved that plants store their food in the form of starch. How we can prove that? In this, we have to take the leaves from two plants. One leaf is taken from that plant which is kept in the sunlight, and second leaf is taken from that plant which is kept in the dark. So firstly, we will boil these leaves in the alcohol. Now why we boil leaves in the alcohol? We boil it to remove all the chlorophyll, all the green color from the leaves. Then after boiling, when all the green color is removed, then we put some drops of iodine solution on the leaves, and if the color of the leaves changes to you can say blue, it proves that the leaves are having the starch. And the leaf which is taken from the plant which is kept in the dark, that doesn't show any blue color, which shows that negative iodine test. So in this way we can prove that plants prepare their food, or we can say store their food, in the form of starch. Here in this paragraph it is given that not only carbohydrate, plants also require other components like proteins, fats, and proteins are made by the help of nitrogen, and nitrogen is taken by the plants by the process of nitrogen fixation, and I will explain this nitrogen fixation in the next chapter. So then this is the other modes of nutrition in plants. Plants are not only autotrophic, some plants are heterotrophic also. Those plants which do not have any chlorophyll, they show such type of nutrition, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition can be divided into further categories like saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, insectivorous nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition, the plants which derive their food from the dead and decaying organic matter are called saprophytes, and such type of plants are having the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Like in case of fungi, mushrooms, all these because fungi and mushrooms and all these have saprophytic type of nutrition. Second one is parasitic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which plants take their food from the bodies of some other green plants or some other animals is called parasitic nutrition. The plant or animal which provides the food, that is called the host. These may be total parasites or partial parasites. Plants such as Cuscuta, that is called in common language amarbil, that is totally parasitic and it takes the food from other plants. In the same way, third mode of nutrition of heterotrophic in plants is insectivorous nutrition. Some plants also capture the insects and they take their nitrogen required from these insects. These are called the insectivorous plants, and such type of nutrition is called insectivorous nutrition. And one more topic, that is symbiotic relationship. What is symbiotic relationship? Means when two organisms are living together and they are beneficial for each other, that type of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. Here I am giving the example of lichens, in which algae and fungi live together. Algae gives the food to the fungi by the process of photosynthesis, and fungi help in taking water and minerals from the soil, and it also help in proper growth of the algae. So in symbiotic relationship, two organisms benefit each other. Such type of nutrition is called, such type of relationship is called symbiosis. Now last, how nutrients are replenished in the soil. We can provide nutrients to the, because plants take all the nutrients from the soil, so sometimes there is deficiency of nutrients in the soil. So how we can add nutrients to the soil? We can add nutrients to the soil by adding some manure or fertilizer, or by some other method such as crop rotation. Manures are the organic matter which is made from dead decaying organic matter, and fertilizers, as you know, are the chemicals which are prepared in the factories. So by adding these manures and fertilizers, we can provide nutrients to the soil. Next method is crop rotation. What is crop rotation? Crop rotation means after growing some cereal plants in the field, we can grow some leguminous plants like gram, pea, etc. Alternatively, these leguminous plants have some root nodules which have certain bacteria like rhizobium. These rhizobium help in nitrogen fixation, and due to nitrogen fixation, they provide nitrogen to the plant. So in this way, by this method also, by crop rotation, and even in some area there is intermixing of crops, means leguminous plants are grown in between the other plants, but uh, the better method is crop rotation. So in this way we can replenish, we can provide the nutrients to the soil. Okay, this is chapter 1, and thank you very much.